The Federal Trade Commission is seeking to block technology giant Microsoft Corporation from acquiring leading video game developer Activision Blizzard, Incorporated, and its blockbuster gaming franchises such as Call of Duty, alleging that the $69 billion deal, Microsoft's largest ever and the largest ever in the video gaming industry, would enable Microsoft to suppress competitors to its Xbox gaming consoles and its rapidly growing subscription content and cloud gaming business. FTC pointed to Microsoft's record of acquiring and using valuable gaming content to suppress competition from rival consoles, including its acquisition of ZeniMax, parent company of Bethesda Softworks, a well-known game developer. Microsoft decided to make several of Bethesda's titles, including Starfield and Redfall, Microsoft exclusives, despite assurances it had given to European antitrust authorities that it had no incentive to withhold games from rival consoles. Microsoft has already shown that it can and will withhold content from its gaming rivals, said Holly Vedova, director of the FTC's Bureau of Competition. Today we seek to stop Microsoft from gaining control over a leading independent game studio and using it to harm competition in multiple dynamic and fast-growing gaming markets. Microsoft's Xbox Series S and Series X are one of only two types of high-performance video game consoles. Importantly, Microsoft also offers a leading video game content subscription service called Xbox Game Pass, as well as a cutting-edge cloud-based video game streaming service, according to the complaint. Current court battle. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard, a gaming company famous for hits like Call of Duty, disputed the Federal Trade Commission's challenge to their proposed $68.7 billion merger on Thursday, writing in a court filing that the U.S. regulators' concerns that the deal would undermine fair competition in the gaming industry are unfounded and absurd. The rebuttal foreshadows a coming legal battle between Microsoft, a tech giant that has largely avoided close regulatory scrutiny from federal authorities in recent years, and the FTC, whose chairwoman Lina Khan is a well-known skeptic of big tech. Microsoft already has a built-in incentive to promote its own products wherever possible, and it fully understands the competitive power that owning Activision's leading gaming content would yield, the FTC said. FTC seeks to block Microsoft Corp. Microsoft has filed its response to the lawsuit filed by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission to block the company's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Microsoft argues its case for why its $68.7 billion acquisition should go through. It also defends its acquisition of Bethesda owner ZeniMax. Those games aren't named, though Microsoft has basically announced that The Elder Scrolls 6 will only be available on its platforms and confirmed Starfield will be exclusive. Microsoft's filing pushes back against the FTC's concerns in general and also addresses the regulator's specific arguments. It also contains a lot of the trademark self-denigration that Microsoft has become famous for in recent months, as it tries to paint itself as a relatively weak player in the gaming space compared to its competitors. In its complaint, the FTC argued that acquiring Activision Blizzard would enable Microsoft to suppress competitors to its Xbox gaming consoles and its rapidly growing subscription content and cloud gaming business. There's also been a lot of concern about the future of Call of Duty, to the point where Xbox boss Phil Spencer publicly promised that the franchise will be available on PlayStation as long as PlayStations exist. In its response to the FTC, Microsoft cites its promise to expand, not limit, the availability of Activision's flagship series by bringing it to the Nintendo Switch. Lawsuits by gamers. Microsoft faces legal action from 10 gamers to block its merger with Call of Duty maker Activision Blizzard. The lawsuit filed in a U.S. federal court says the $69 billion, £56 billion deal by the Xbox console maker to purchase its rival will create a monopoly in the video game industry. The complaint comes 2 weeks after U.S. regulators filed a case with an administrative judge to block the deal. The merger would be the largest tech deal ever in the video gaming market. The proposed acquisition would give Microsoft far outsized market power in the video game industry, according to the complaint, with the ability to foreclose rivals, limit output, reduce consumer choice, raise prices, and further inhibit competition. However, Microsoft is defending the proposed acquisition. This deal will expand competition and create more opportunities for gamers and game developers as we seek to bring more games to more people, according to a spokesman. The proposed acquisition would give Microsoft both the means and motive to harm competition by manipulating pricing, making games worse on its competitors' video game consoles, or withholding content from competitors entirely, resulting in harm to consumers, the agency said in a press release. After the FTC filed its lawsuit, Microsoft President Brad Smith said the company had complete confidence in our case and welcomed the opportunity to present our case in court. This has become one of the most high-profile legal fights to emerge from U.S. President Joe Biden's pledge to take a harder line against monopolies. The takeover, which was announced in January, also faces legal action in the European Union and the UK.